Well, greetings, and once again, welcome back to Nope, no research finished this time. Just the insanity. In the last episode, I was focusing on kickstarting the tree seeds for level 2. What I failed to realize was that they need a continuous delivery of moss. Just giving them a bit to start with is apparently just doesn't work. And surprise, surprise, I have not yet gotten anything here. Actually, I kind of want to know as soon as I get, for anyone I get here. So, in this episode, I need to kind of restore some parts of my base, because some parts are not doing too good. This was one of the parts that was problematic, but we have a bigger problem. We have a much bigger problem. That problem is sure, robots, go ahead, whatever. Thanks, I guess. That was not the problem. The problem is around here. Because sure, I have lots of drill heads, but what I don't have is lubricant. And the reason why I don't have lubricant is because I don't have fish oil. The reason why I don't have fish oil is, take a guess. I have too much meat and stuff. And the problem here is not necessarily the meat itself, but the fact that I'm missing fuel to take care of all this meat, sort of. So what I need to do is to figure out, let's see. We have lots of meat there. I basically just need something that burns. And apparently wood doesn't, I just don't have enough wood. But what I do have is apparently a belt here of coke. From over here. I mean, this might be exactly what I'm looking for. Sure, let's go with this. You need to go over there. No one is driving on this place anyway these days. So this will lead, of course, to that I will get a bit of ash as well, but I think that is fine. Although a question might be, do I need this much tin ore? But I guess. Where does all this go? Yeah, I have a lot of meat and stuff right now. Something that I can maybe do just to kind of help things a bit along the way is to Let's store a bit here. Not that much really. Just a teeny tiny bit. Do I need both belts? Sides of the belt? No, probably not really. Although the problem now is that this is just insane. Because this is blocking as well. Although it's kind of, sort of, maybe starting to ease up now a little bit. But let me help out with this, maybe. Or maybe even... even better. You maybe need these eventually at some point. I have so much meat. I have so much meat. I have ridiculous amounts of meat. Okay, maybe it's not that much. Do I have any steam nearby here? I do here. Good, because I would like to use this. This steam over here. Down here. One day I might exchange all those for lubricants. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be oh so much fun. Okay. Did anyone need anything? No? What a shame, because I got plenty. Let's see where this ash ends up. I believe it will just be provided to LTN, which I am absolutely okay with. And that's exactly what happens. And I am absolutely okay with this. Oh, that's why you're complaining. Let's take a trip to the mall and to the rails, and maybe one day I will move the rails to the mall. This might be an idea. Still no signals. Was there anything else that I wanted here? Belts. Pumps. Pipes. I have even amount of pipes again. I don't actually know why or how. Maybe it was some of the forestries that caused me to have an odd number of pipes for a while. Inserters maybe. Shunt inserters block. I've totally stopped using those. Why are you waiting? Okay, you're not. Thank you. 142 rails. I would very much like to use these over here somewhere. Close to an intersection here, maybe? No, this intersection seems to be doing quite alright and can't really be expanded much further. Here, yes. Here, no. This is done, this is done, this is done. My infrastructure is actually starting to look like something. This is a big old mess. Here I could maybe make it double-sided or something, so that you actually go in the right directions, or follow the left side of the belts. But right now I think I'm gonna go over here to the left. Didn't I just pick up a lot more? No, I probably didn't pick up underground belts actually. That's stupid. I think this rail path is now completed. And here you don't need to build anything yet because that's still under construction or something. Then let's go. How are we doing with the fish? Are we consuming anything at all whatsoever? Small amounts, baby steps. At least I'm getting some amounts of lubricant again, which means that I'm getting some amount of borax and antimony ore, which is very much needed. The cellulose up here is actually working thanks to a lot of wood. Although the thing is that this wood runs out quickly, and let's see. Yeah, you're still using it here at times actually. That's a bit of a shame. And apparently I have a single little ash lying on that belt. Well, it will just have to stay there. Not sure I'm very happy actually that you use so much wood right now. But oh well. Let's see if we can find the intersection down here. Messiest intersection in the world. This is now, I believe, a more or less permanent line. Yes. So how about we How about we put a provider station over here somewhere? And then move all this stuff away from here. I am quite a bit focused now on organizing the trains better. Because I do believe that that will be very, very beneficial as soon as I need to expand anything, kind of. Steam. This place is dangerous. Steam. Here is steam. That's an iron chest, okay. Very good. Start by moving the quartz ore so that we don't need to fill up that more than necessary with the new belt. Then we take a bit of the stone, just a teeny tiny bit, as you can see. Ceramic is quite easy to move. Titanium, glass. This I would like to keep some of. And now you can just move the rest with the inserters. Then the question is, this creature chamber should kind of get out of here. You can maybe be filled. You can move to the bottom center of this chunk, where I usually place those radars and stuff. And then we can bring out this and see how this will fit. The answer is it won't. We have a station there that's in the way. We have a old station there. That one is being emptied. We have a thing there. That one we can kind of ignore because we don't need to go up there yet. Then we have some belts there, something there, something there, something there. Okay. That thing can be gone, that thing can be gone. Let's get rid of this weird rail. Even though this means that you can right now not go back from down here, we need to fix that quite soon. You are in the way. Then we have a bunch of stuff over here. Um, okay, that works. Then here you can maybe start an underground belt there and then goes there. And that also works. Okay, robots, please work more over here. And then let's see, this is left side. I don't quite have enough rails in my inventory to connect those. It would be very nice though. Yes, I am pretty sure that is the case. Yes, very much. So you, how about you just continue there? Like that. Not sure how you will manage it now, but I know you will manage it. Now you can get out at least. And go to where you need to be. And this blocked our deliveries for about a minute or two. That's fine. That one should not be there. Neither should that one. Nor that one. And here we can remove this old station now that it's empty. This thing can be moved. This steam is no longer needed here. Ah, right, that one I actually want to have at the at the old mall provider. You should be connected to that one, which is connected to the lamp. This one is going there. What if we try to remove this and kindly ask the robots to place these things? I think this works. So it's a bit more standardized. Okay, now I think I have reached a point where I just need to think of it. Okay, so I looked around, thought a bit, and I have a few things. So one thing is that if we check with these ores, then we see that things are clogged on the belt. And why is that, you think? Things are very, very clogged. We can't even get our soot, kind of. And that is simply because, and this is utterly ridiculous, we can't process the zinc because we are missing iron plates. These iron plates are to be produced by and sent up by this place over here. And this little warehouse, which provides also to LTN, doesn't have iron because we're just... Okay, I hadn't actually seen this. Where did that come from? Why do you have raw coal on that belt? You have plenty of iron plates here. Honestly, I did not know this. I thought I was completely out of iron because I have been so focused on like, why am I just getting so slow amounts of iron? But now I totally understand this. Well, I still actually don't entirely know why I'm getting so low amounts of iron. Please stop that, robots. Well, actually, sure, you can continue because you only have one left. It's not like the iron that I'm going to fix is going anywhere. Now I'm wondering if maybe I could... Let's see, this one is quite easy to fix like this. Or wait, why, what? You provide this like that. Robots. And then you take this. Ah! Already had a underground belt there. And then this can simply filter out the iron plates. Like that. Wait. Yes, like this. Because this one is no longer used. I don't want glass on that thing. Now the only issue is that these things have swapped sides, but that's easily cleanable. There we go, I have some glass, have some iron plates. And now let's take a look at how just a few raw coals that blocked a belt for iron plates can block an entire factory. So we have iron belts here now, a few. Wait. Hold on a minute. Okay, right, it's being split here. So these iron plates were blocking this, or were needed for the iron sticks, which was needed for the sink, which was blocking that, and now our entire belt here is moving. Our entire belt is just moving. At least until here, sort of. I guess there's still some cleaning to go. So let's click this button. Okay, I found another button that I clicked. So here it's still working on the backlog, kind of. This left side of this belt is not moving at all much because it's emptying out this warehouse over here where we drop off the suits from LTN and stuff. And coal dust, maybe I should stop requesting coal dust there. I'm not sure. And then yeah, there's a lot there's a lot to empty out here. And my research is done still, seemingly, because I'm missing iron plates. I guess that should be something that should kind of be fixed now-ish. But I guess a problem might be that... Look at this now. Soon the other belt will start moving. Every now and then at least. Like now, yay! So, iron plates. What and why and how and so on. Oh god. How can we be... I need to change this place. That thing has locked up again. That's not great. At least I think I should be getting iron plates from the big production down here. Ever so slightly, at least. This also produces steel, of course. I have some amounts here at least. But wait a minute, iron plates... I'm not even providing the iron plates here, I'm just producing them here and then sending them with belts through halfway throughout the factory to end up somewhere completely different. Well, we have iron plates. By the way, I would like to prioritize this on the right side. Just to kind of avoid spoiling some. Yeah, I mean, this should improve both my iron plate production and my. That's a lot of hash. And my steel production. Well, so why is this ash not being processed, and does it have anything to do at all with the fact that my entire factory has been standing still for quite a while? Oh god. You go from a 2-belt system to a 1-belt system? That seems incredibly ineffective. Where does this come from? Will I ever have any ash on this belt? Or this belt? This belt, I guess, yes, exactly, there it comes. But here I can, I guess, use something like this. Where am I and where do I need to go? It's all connected. Sure. Now it should be a bit faster to empty out this belt. Then I will just ride along with it to see where I end up. Oh. Yeah, that figures. Just in case things stand still. You don't have anything in that chest anymore that needs to go on the belt. Thank you very much. And here you go, have a bit more ash. I love how there's like some pieces of rails that just go through here. One day I might clean it up, but probably not today. Speaking of which, have I gotten any more rails recently? Oh, 56 rails. Not a lot. Okay. Let's wait a bit again and see what happens. Absolutely nothing happens because I realized something that I wanted to fix. This part. The small part. Ha! I'll admit, pun possibly intended. 500 small parts. How about you stop there? You shouldn't have any more ash here because I'm using wood, which comes from here. glass? Ah, this glass. This glass can probably stop. Much earlier. I do like using two sides of the belt like this whenever possible. Because then I know that, okay, these will, no matter which side I actually put things on, it will still work. You actually make 166 per second. Who thinks that I will be filled up in my inventory before I finish cleaning up this belt? Thanks. Oops. And then we have this copper there. Okay, so how about we just put this to a new place? And a proper mechanism to build stuff instead of this dirty hack. Iron, iron stick, you are not needed. Sticks are needed for bolts. And then I would very much like the wood. You can now be allowed to just forward wood as much as possible. And then maybe you can turn the wood over here, where we will do a little U-turn. And I'm running out of underground belts. Wood, group. You need that and that, I believe, for the small parts. Yep, and then I just need this part. Do I have copper there? Not yet, but I will have soon. You can then use that and that. You can now be enabled. And then I just need this. Four per second, damn, that's a lot. You can consume 10 per second, yikes. You actually don't need those. You also produce a lot per second. You can consume a lot per second. I don't think that I need this chest anymore. Except for the possibly trying to clean away this old mess. Here you go, just go around in circles until you end up somewhere. 80% on the fish, that's good. 19 minutes left, maybe. Probably more. Let's see. Yes, I mean, I can tell that's... okay. Yeah, we're producing more now than we did 40 minutes ago. That's something. Um, we're not really reaching an all-time high, but we're definitely producing more now. I would love to kind of look in more into these statistics. The only question is kind of what to look at. Faugaya definitely goes in waves. Is that in any way correlated with the consumption of log or wood or fungal substrate? Well, obviously it's related to fungal substrate consumption. But yeah, there are some waves in the wood. No, log. I guess it's related to that, but I don't know. No, you should obviously just take this. You shouldn't take everything. Then eventually I can maybe clean this up entirely. Okay, time to... Okay, this place has definitely cleaned up. So how about we just stop this? And then we have possibly some other things to investigate. Just preparing something here just in case I need it. I have a feeling that I might get full from this. So we are very blocked by trains right now because one train is in the middle of everything and just... yeah. Luckily it didn't stay there too long. But those drive-bys passages might be time to start fixing soon. But anyway, what I was thinking was that we are still missing lubricant for the borax and for drilling and stuff. So I would like to know, because I know I can research lubricant. It's this recipe. Ooh, do I get that? I recall that that's a good one. Eh, 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 eh. Never mind. Olefins, oleochemicals. Blah. Nichrome. Oleochemicals. Large titanium plates. Nichrome. I believe the nichrome recipe is a bit more effective. And also I do need that for the other things anyway. Titanium plates is not really an issue. I do have that too. Then the question is about nichrome then. Oh, maybe I finally get some use for all my nickel plates. I assume that this other recipe for nichrome is gonna take a while. Nichrome. Yeah, that's gonna take a while. So chromium and nickel plates and nitrogen. What to do about nitrogen? Right, I remember this. Do I have filtration media? Nitrogen level 2. Let's see, filtration media purest nitrogen, exactly. That would be very, very useful actually to have that. But I am not quite there yet, so I do need to remember that this is something that is very, very good to centralize. So pressured air, that's quite easy. Ingredients, purest nitrogen, no thanks. Just want pressured air. Oh, yikes. 250 per second might be a bit much. But how much can we consume here? You can consume 33, you can consume 33. So in theory we could do 66 per second. So say like 67 per second. In theory. Then the thing is that we're gonna need refined syngas as well. That I also don't have. Does that mean I'm going to need activated? That means I'm going to need activated carbon. If I remember correctly, activating carbon is not something you do just for the fun of it. Do I even have hydrogen chloride? At least no central production of it. And that needs lamps. Right, and then later there is the better recipe, which uses quartz tube. Hmm. I mean, it's would be a very, very good thing to have this option as well. This, however, is a lot to produce that nitrogen. That is huge amounts. But I do have the filtration media. Oh, right. This is the thing that is so... Okay, I need to make activated carbon and stuff. So I would like to prepare for this option as well. then that means that I kind of need to prepare for this. Pure sand shouldn't be that hard, except for some side products, as always. Activated carbon microfiber. Microfiber I don't have yet. That uses fiber. Fiber I also don't quite have yet. I just have the raw fibers, but raw fibers can become fiber. And then suddenly we have a lot of stuff. Just to get some lubricant. Is it just because of the nichrome? I think it's just because of the nichrome. Hydrogen cracking, next lit plate, Leffinstadt might be an option. And it's even produces it kind of cleanly. Uses next lit plate, which I have. Hydrogen I can make. Carbon dioxide is very, very super cheap actually. Oh, Leffins from this might wait a minute though. Before I say too much, it's good to remember that things don't just make themselves, usually. Okay, still quite easy. 480 hydrogen, is that doable? Ah, ha, 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 ha. 24 electrolyzers. I mean, it's doable, but is it? It's 248 megawatts. Yikes! Yikes! I mean, maybe I already am producing this amount of hydrogen. It's just that I'm just vanishing it. But I mean, it's an option. It's an option with some excess hydrogen, possibly. But it's it's a lot. That's a bit more than I expected. So maybe no rush with researching that. I mean, I am going to need nichrome and stuff anyway, sooner or later, just like with all things. So I guess this might be a good next step. Oh, what? I didn't even realize this was this close. Maybe you thought that I was just waiting for this, but I promise you I was not. But now I am. Greetings and welcome back to Research Completed. Fish stage 2. Can I start conceal that requires filtration media? Centralizing food might also be a good idea. And let's see, I think I was maybe thinking of something else as well. More wood options. Centralize. Hydrogen, no, let's start with filtration media. Hydrogen, oxygen, maybe. And the planner, let's see, nichrome. Refined syngas. Activated carbon. Nitrogen. Filtration media. Nitrogen filtration media, activated carbon, nichrome activated carbon, filtration media, nitrogen activated carbon, nichrome, nichrome, activated carbon, syngas, zinc chloride, right. Hydrogen chloride, definitely. A lot of things needs to be centralized. Organic solvent. Sure, whatever. Coke processing. Do I really need this? You are needed for niobium. Okay, that's fine. But coke processing stage 2, is that something that I need right now? Or what do I want to aim for? I mean, I guess I kind of put it here for a reason, but what was that reason? You know what? I'm gonna cancel that for now. There are a lot of things we can research here at this stage. Was there a better filtration media option? What does Favgaia? Favgaia needs fertilizer. It's only a matter of time before I need fertilizer. Not sure it's worth it right now though to focus on improving the Favgaia. Lubricant did look interesting, but it needed a lot of other things. Niobium is a key part of a lot of things, so sure, go ahead. Including logistics robotics, which would be absolutely awesome. That I could even do a robot-based factory, but nope, there's no way that would work. Loader would be pretty nice, but that's too far away. But this thing, petroleum gas processing, looks very interesting in many ways, even though it looks like a big mess. I remember all of this back in the day from the old from the old PyBlock run. Hydrogen from coal bed gas and stuff. Ugh. What's this? Hydrocarbon cracking and reforming. And right, this is how I could get olefins. Which, however, is uh, expensive. And yeah, I don't know. Is this anything that's useful? I mean, everything is kind of useful, but I don't think so right now. I mean, I guess I can just continue here until I find something else to decide on. Do I need pumping productivity? Highly unlikely. I guess it's just affecting actual pumps and not actual recipes. Coal bed methane extractor, coal bed gas, coal gas. Pressurized water is quite easy, oxygen is quite easy. Coal bed extractor looks a bit annoying. Cadaveric arms is stage 2. No, not needed right now. Gas power, that might be interesting. It feels like I looked at this just a minute ago. Evaporation processing, alloy smelting. Okay, so this is something that is down there. Okay, coal bed gas. Yeah, coal bed gas is going to be needed probably at some point for something. I don't know. I think I'm just done with... Why do I need graphite? Because I was missing raw coal. That's why. Still have quite a bit of raw coal, I think. Yup. So anyway, I think I'm done with this episode. Thank you for watching. See you again next time. I hope maybe I can figure out why some things take so much time. But at least now it's working better than it did at the start of this episode. That's something.